Okay, ready?
Is that how much battery we have?
Yeah, that's how much camera we have. Say hi, Ashton.
You didn't show yourself.
I know, wait.
Okay. You probably realize that in the grand scheme of things, sports aren't very important. So it might surprise you to hear that the United Nations considers them to be a very big deal. The 1978 UNESCO International Charter of Physical Education and Sport went as far as to say that sport is a fundamental right for all.
Hi.
Our country and our world are currently facing lots of issues. Fortunately, sports could have a big enough impact on these to change your life forever. Sports are a highly effective tool for promoting societal health, and that's why you should invest time in youth sports rather than elite televised events. I personally have participated in high school and community sporting events, so I've seen the great impact that they can have. First, I'll explain to you the need for a solution that's different than anything that's been tried. Next, I'll show you how sports can fill this need. And finally, I'll give practical ways that you can contribute to this solution. So as I already mentioned, our world is currently facing lots of problems, and one of the biggest ones related to health is obesity. The CDC's 2015 NCHS Data Brief number 219 says that 36% of American adults are obese, and 17% of children and teens are as well. These numbers have been steadily rising since at least 1999, and higher numbers are seen in minority groups than in the population as a whole. Our society is also having trouble adapting to a more connected world. Racial and ideological diversity are a big sticking point for a lot of people still, and you can see this in the difficulty that we've had with immigration and other racial tensions. Even if it's difficult to see specific results of these thoughts, they're still perceived by many, and they will continue to be an issue until everybody feels that they are being treated equally. So the need is real for change, and I probably didn't really even need to explain that to you. But now that the stage is set, I can move on to discussing an amazingly simple solution. Sports are a great way to get kids and adults alike to exercise, to build their communication skills, to work on dedication and stamina while cooperating and having fun. Sports can have great health benefits. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services' top suggestion for combating obesity is physical activity, and Laura N. Desha's 2007 study, Physical Activity and Depressive Symptoms in American Adolescents, showed that sports can have a positive impact on mental health as well. She said that there's a strong negative correlation between physical activity and depressive thoughts. Sports also teach cooperation and acceptance. In a sport, participants must work together for success. They see that anyone can be successful, regardless of ethnicity or beliefs. The benefits of health and learning in sports also outweigh potential risks of injury and arguments that sports teams are exclusive. You may have been surprised when I mentioned sports as an equalizer. Maybe you've had bad experiences on a sports team, or seen movies where players feel anything but equal. And I've seen good and bad teams too. But with some effort, I believe that everybody can find their own niche and contribute valuably to a sports team. I'm also not advocating the kind of highly competitive play that you might see on a college or high school team. Instead, it's more fun-oriented as long as you're getting physical activity. Another major concern with sports is the danger of injury. Fortunately, most injuries can be avoided by exercising caution and slowly building the strength necessary to play sports. Edward M. Wojcic's 2017 article, Sports Injury Prevention, says that one of the strongest arguments for regular exercise at any age is the maintenance of bone health. So sports may actually make you stronger and more resilient. So now that I've discussed some of the major benefits of sports, we can move on to discussing practical ways that you can make your community a happier, healthier place to live. It all starts with participating in sports, where not only can you improve your own health, you can help others to improve theirs as well. So the first step is to get involved in a sport in your community. Many cities have relaxed softball leagues, whether it's through a church or other organization, and a quick Google search also often turns up many local running clubs. There are also opportunities to coach, whether it's for an elementary school team or a high school team. My next challenge is to focus on local rather than televised events. The NCAA's 2017 stats on the estimated probability of competition in college athletics show that of the 1 million high school football players, only 70,000 go on to play in college, and 250 of those 70,000 go on to play in the NFL. We pay lots of attention to such a small number of people, So I challenge you to invest in youth sports programs, not necessarily always professional ones. Watching sports can still unite people across vast distances, but it doesn't come with any of the health benefits that you see in actual participation. So first, I explained some of the major problems that we're facing in our world today, and next, I showed you how participation in sports can help to solve these problems. Finally, I gave you some practical ways to put this into practice. Sports are a valuable tool that can be used to address societal health, but in order for that to happen, you need to participate, not just watch. You've probably heard a lot about the importance of physical activity, and my addition to this idea is that sports are one of the best ways to build community while improving your health. Our focus on professional sports is always too high, so do something. Instead of sitting down to watch, go out to play.